Page 2.
Page 2, ladies and gentlemen. Upon the 8th night, I was more than usual. I'm reading ahead again. I was more than usually cautious in opening the door. A watch's minute hand moves more quickly than did mine. Okay, so his hand moves less than a minute, so it's like... very slowly, people. Very slowly. Never before that night had I felt the extent of my own powers. I could scarcely contain my feelings of triumph. to think that there I was, opening little by little, and he not even to dream of my secret deeds. I fairly chuckled at the idea. Perhaps he heard me, for he moved on the bed. Suddenly, as if startled. Now you may think that I drew back. But no, his room was as pitch as black with the thick darkness, for the shutters were close fastened for the fear of robbers. So I knew that he could not see the opening. And I kept pushing it on steadily. I kept pushing it on steadily. Steadily. Edgar Allan Poe. Genius, people. Genius. I had my head in. I was about to open the lantern. Lantern is, key word here. It doesn't mean, the whole light thing. No. When my thumb slipped on the tin fastening, and the old man sprang up in the bed, crying out, "Who's there?"
Mom.
Down. I kept quite still and said nothing. For a whole hour, I did not move a muscle. He has some restraint, people. Come on. And in the meantime, I did not hear him lie down. He was still sitting up in the bed, listening, just as I have done night after night, hearkening to the death watches in the wall. Presently, I heard a slight groan. I knew it was the groan of mortal terror, and it was not a groan of pain or of grief. Oh no, it was the low stifled sound that arises from the bottom of a soul when overcharged with awe. I knew that sound well. Many a night, just at midnight, when all the world slept, it had welled up from my own bosom.
What?
Welled up from my own bosom.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, deepening, with its dreadful echo, the terrors that distracted me. I say I knew it well. I knew what the old man felt, and pitied him, although I chuckled at heart. I knew that he had been lying awake ever since the first slight noise, when he had turned in the bed. His fears had been ever since growing upon him. He had been trying to fancy them causeless, but would not. He had been saying to himself, "It is nothing but the wind in the chimney. It is only a mouse crossing the floor, or it is merely a cricket which has made a single chirp." This guy's dumb. I mean, come on. He's like getting raped here, man, and he doesn't even know. It's just a mouse. That's a real, ego booster there, being called a mouse or a cricket. Yes, he has been trying to comfort himself with all these suppositions. That's the word. But he had found all in vain. All in vain! This guy likes cap locks. Because death, in approaching him, had stalked with his black shadow before him and enveloped the victim. And it was the mournful influence of the unperceived shadow that caused him to feel, although he neither saw nor heard, to feel the presence of my head within the room. Head. Room. Okay, hold on. When I waited a long time, very patiently, without hearing him lie down, I resolved to open a little. A very, very little crevasse. So I opened it. You cannot imagine how stealthily, until at length a single dim ray, like the thread of a spider, shot out from the crevasse and fell upon the vulture eye. It was open. Wide open. I grew furious as I gazed upon it.
Oh my god.
I saw it with perfect distinctness, all a dull blue with a hideous veil over it that chilled the very marrow in my bones. But I could see nothing else of the old man's face or person, for I had directed the ray as by instinct precisely upon the damn spot.